You got your good things, and I've got mine. In heaven, everything is fine. In heaven, everything is fine. In heaven, everything
Kraftfeldverstärker voll.
All right, you're listening to Morricone Youth on East Village Radio. In the background for the afternoon, On the Beach from Drive, soundtrack to Drive, Cliff Martinez. Everyone's talking about that one. In Heaven started off Peter Iver's Eraserhead, originally released on Jello Biafra's Alternative Tentacles. Mr. Peter Ivers of New Wave Theater fame. penned that often covered track by the Pixies, Devo, and many more. And then cover of the main theme from Armand Flint, the Wilson Lewis Trio, Lewes, who, with about 20 minutes of searching, I could get no information on, even though they've backed up people like Jimmy Smith and some. But they put out a series of 7 inches and full lengths of a lot of covers that included a lot of covers of soundtracks. So that was from the Armand Flint 7-inch from 1966. Of course, the film directed by Daniel Mann, starring James Coburn as the master spy Derek Flint, spoof on James Bond and the like. And then we heard FMB Shake, Armando Travioli's 1966 score to La Familia Benvenuti, 1968. Film directed by Alfredo Giannetti. And I guess it was a comedy TV series, not a film, looking at this. And then ended with Barry Lippman's Medora Escape from Star Maiden's sci-fi TV show, produced by ITV, that involved a lot of German, I guess, production because of the company that was producing it, including Barry Lippman, who was a great, often overlooked German composer. And Allscore Media recently put out a few compilations of his. This was Star Maidens, which had the best of from the series. So that's it. And again, Cliff Martinez here in the background from his 2011 score to the Ryan Gosling film that's just out now that everyone's talking about, right? Cliff Martinez, I think at one point, studio drummer who played with a bunch of people, ended up being in the Red Hot Chili Peppers after Jack Irons had disappeared. And I think he played with like Captain Beefheart, the Dickies, Lydia Lunch, Weirdos, a bunch of LA bands. And got his first scoring gig for Sex, Lies, and Videotape, whatever year that was. Late 80s, early 90s. So that's that. So next up, cover of Charade by St. Petersburg, Russia band Messerchups. Thanks to John Nielsen. And apparently they come to New York every now and then. But this is from their 2005 release, Hyena Safari. And you'll get it, sort of surfy circus music. I think there's electronic stuff going on. There's a world famous thereminist, what's her name, Lydia Kavina, on some tracks. So anyways, this is their cover of Charade here on East Village Radio. Again, Morricone Youth, thanks for listening. Devin Eleven's Solo. No Renee T this week. Very sad week.
By the way, we have our hippies too.
J'aime pas de Dion,
J'aime pas Bouton,
j'aime pas Aston,
j'aime pas Martine, mais j'aime faire la bise aux hippies. Oui, j'aime faire la bise aux hippies.
j'aime pas Arthur,
J'aime pas Rimbaud,
j'aime pas Edgar,
j'aime pas Pau, mais j'aime faire la bise aux hippies. Oui, j'aime faire la bise aux hippies.
j'aime pas Edoux,
J'aime pas sa main,
j'aime pas Otis,
pas plus que pif, mais j'aime faire la bise aux hippies. Oui, j'aime faire la bise aux hippies.
j'aime pas Laurel,
J'aime pas Hardy,
j'aime pas le Kid,
j'aime pas Charlie, mais j'aime faire la bise aux hippies. Oui, j'aime faire la bise aux hippies.
Viens petite fille dans mon comic strip, viens faire des bulles, viens faire des et des. Je distribue les swings et les uppercuts, ça fait et ça fait, ou bien, ou parfois même. Viens petite fille dans mon comic strip, viens faire des bulles, viens faire des et des. Viens avec moi par-dessus les buildings, ça fait quand on s'envole et puis après quoi je fais et ça fait. Viens petite fille dans mon comic strip, viens faire des bulles, viens faire des et des. N'aie pas peur bébé, agrippe-toi, je suis là pour te protéger. Ferme les yeux, embrasse-moi.
Shabam, pow, blah, woo.
to December, and the days grow short when you reach September, and the autumn weather turns the leaves to flame, and I ain't got time for no waiting game. For the days dwindle down to a precious few. September, there's November, and these few precious days, I'd spend them all with you. These golden days I'd spend with you.
And the autumn weather turns the leaves to flame, and I haven't got time for the waiting game.
For the days dwindle down to a precious few. September, and November, and these few precious days, I'd spend them all with you. These golden days I'd spend with you.
All right, we're back. East Village Radio, Morricone Youth. Devin Eleven's here every Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time, playing the soundtrack hits. And this week is no exception to that rule. Very dark soundtrack to Drive. Makes me want to see it. I don't know. Am I crazy? So it started off with Charade, a cover of Charade by a Russian band, St. Petersburg Russian band, the Messer Chups, from the Hyena Safari album 2005, which I believe is the original album. They did a few albums and then re-recorded them once they found their thereminist, Lydia Kavina, went back and redid some of their old work. But that, of course, is a cover from the 1963 film of the same name, Charade. Henry Mancini score, Cary Grant, Audrey Hepburn. Referred to as the best Hitchcock film that Hitchcock never made. I don't know about that. It's everybody trying to screw everybody. Nobody is who they really are, hence Charade. And the follow-up, I believe, was Arabesque, which is a film to be seen. Anyways, also Henry Mancini. So next up after that was Brigitte Bardot and Serge Gainsbourg's unreleased until recently duet Hippies, unearthed by Finders Keepers on a compilation called Finders Keepers, put together by Andy Votel. Originally in '67, created for Brigitte Bardot's French TV show, Sacha Show, and then performed again on her own show, The Brigitte Bardot Show, in 1968. And that was a nice one. So Hippies, also known as Les Bis à Hippies. Don't know the translations for that. And then Comic Strip, which is widely known track, also a duet with Brigitte Bardot and Serge from '68. Also first showing up on her show, the Brigitte Bardot Show, and released as the B-side on the 7-inch for Bonnie and Clyde on the Fontana label. Brigitte Bardot, of course, former French fashion model, actress, singer, and in '73 decided to retire at the early age and use her celebrity to become an animal rights activist, and more recently become controversial, criticizing immigration in France, and most specifically Islam, and has been fined 5 times for inciting racial hatred, supposedly. It's gossip. Anyways, and then Lee Hazelwood after that. Always looking for Lee Hazelwood related soundtrack music. That's September Song from his 40 LP from 1969. The track originally composed by Kurt Weill and used for a Broadway musical in '38, but more widely known from 1950s film September Affair, and also used for the credits in the television series Made to December. But anyways, that's I think the original. That track? No, never mind. I'll take that back. And then after that, Armando Travioli. We played something earlier from this in the first set, but I, Giovanni Benvenuti from the La Familia Benvenuti album, 1968. More recently released by Easy Tempo label, directed again by Alfredo Giannetti. And we play a ton of Armando Travioli here. He won the Oscar for best. No, I take that back. I don't think he's won anything. All right, so let's move on. Next up, it's like the show should almost be called Finders Keepers. I play so much of it every week nowadays. But this is yet another great track from Sohail Rana's Khyber Mail LP on Finders Keepers called Cobra Sway. We'll hear. Pakistani composer, I believe now living in Canada, Montreal. But we'll start with that, and then another one from Finders Keepers, Ella Yaraja from his Sola Sola compilation of great film music. Tamil Indian composer, film composer. That Finders Keepers has compiled that. I think there's another one coming out eventually. There's a ton of music by all of these people. 4,500 songs, supposedly, and 950 films by Ilia Yaraja. So, Anyways, we'll start first with Sohail Rana here on East Village Radio. This is Cobra Sway.
Let's play. Life is a game and love is a flame. Oh, beauty. Let's play. மேல் சொந்தம் கண்டோம் நூறாண்டு விளையாடுவோம் அனைத்து ரசித்து எடுத்து கொடுத்து ஆடாத ஆட்டம் எல்லோரும் காண ஆடாத ஆட்டம் எல்லோரும் காண என்ன காதல் ஒன்றுதான் போதைக்கு நீதி என்ன வாழ்க்கைக்கு எல்லை இல்லை வாழ்வை தேடுவோம் கேள்விக்கு வேலை இல்லை வா வா. ஒரு இரவு ஒரு பறவை உல்லாசம் வாழ்வென்ன வாழ்வென்று பாராமல் தீராதம்மா. ஆடாத ஆட்டம் எல்லோரும் காண ஆடாத ஆட்டம் எல்லோரும் காண. சொர்க்கத்தில் உன்னை கொண்டு மெத்தை போடுவேன் பக்கத்தில் நானும் கொண்டு வாவா. திட்டத்தை போட்டுக் கொண்டு வாழும் வாழ்விலே ஆனந்தம் ஏதுவில்லை வாவா. ஒரு இரவு ஒரு பறவை உல்லாசம் வாழ்வென்ன வாழ்வென்று பாராமல் தீராதம்மா. ஆடாத ஆட்டம் எல்லோரும் காண ஆடாத ஆட்டம் எல்லோரும் காண. யாருக்கு எங்கே இந்த ஆசை இல்லையோ பூமிக்கு பாரம் அந்த மூடன். வேளைக்கு வேளை இந்த காதல் செய்பவன் வேட்டைக்கு செல்லுகின்ற வேடன். ஒரு இரவு ஒரு பறவை உல்லாசம் வாழ்வென்ன வாழ்வென்று பாராமல் தீராதம்மா. ஆடாத ஆட்டம் எல்லோரும் காண ஆடாத ஆட்டம் எல்லோரும் காண. நாளுக்கு நாள் மேலுக்கு மேல் சொந்தம் கண்டு நூறாண்டு விளையாடுவோம். அனைத்து ரசித்து எடுத்து கொடுத்து ஆடாத ஆட்டம் எல்லோரும் காண ஆடாத ஆட்டம் எல்லோரும் காண ஆடாத ஆட்டம் எல்லோரும் காண ஆடாத ஆட்டம் எல்லோரும் காண.
All right, East Village Radio, Morricone Youth. That was Bazi Pyarki from 1983 karate Bollywood film Bapi Lahiri, who I was informed by a cab driver this week was actually Bangladeshi, not born in India, but very well known and very prolific in the country of India and in the world of Bollywood. A film directed by Deb Mukherjee. And let's see. A scientist creates a diamond that can focus sun rays to burn through anything. The villain, in a bid to get the diamond, kills the scientist. The scientist's karate learning sons, Desh and Vijay, are separated from each other and their mother. Vijay grows up with his karate instructor while Desh is reared by a gypsy camp. How they find each other and avenge their father's death forms the rest of the narrative, according to IMDb. All right, and then before that, as mentioned from the Sola Sola compilation on Finders Keepers, Ila I Jaraja, the track Va Nai Luku Nal, featuring, these are some rough names, S.P. Balasubramanyam. I believe that's the playback singer for that. Again, Ilya Yaraja was a Tamil Indian film composer, singer, and lyricist. And again, had 4,500 songs to his credit. I believe he's still alive. 950 films over a 30-year career. If you look at the list, it's immense. I mean, Ennio Morricone has somewhere between 500 and 600 films, so these guys are pumping them out every week, pretty much. All right, and then started off with Cobra Sway from Sohail Rana's album, another Finders Keepers compilation, Kyber Mail. Get that. It's solid all the way through. All right, so what else? Oh, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the show when we played In Heaven that there's a screening of Eraserhead at the Spectacle Theater this Wednesday night at 8 p.m. And yours truly and the cast of characters known as Morricone Youth will be providing the live improvised score. It's merely $5. And hey, I think that's... Is that Kim? I think Renee's friend Kim just came by. And of course Renee's not here. But but anyway, so 8 p.m. Spectacle Theater, great place. If you haven't seen a film there, go to their website, spectacletheater.com, and there's tons of great programming there, night after night after night. The wackiest stuff. I keep missing the Cannes film festivals, where it's like all movie music scored by Cannes. They've done that 2 nights, supposedly bringing it back at some point. They do midnight movies, and they do Saturday afternoon cartoons at noon. And they also have weekend matinees, so check it out. And Wednesdays, more or less, often are silent films or some sort of film scored live by a band. This week, again, Eraserhead, and it's 8 p.m. in a mere 5 clams to get in. All right, enough of that. So, let's see, next up, continuing with the Indian theme, we'll do Artie Burman's Shalimar, the title music from 1968, Hindi film. Not a big hit, flopped in India, but the music lives on as some of Artie Burman's best. And he's another one of those prolific guys, 600, 700 films to his name or whatever. And Shalimar actually has some American actors in it, Sir Rex Harrison, John Saxon, and Sylvia Miles in supporting roles. So we'll go from there, and then we'll hear a cover from Shalimar. We'll hear Mera Pyar Shalimar, Secret Chiefs 3, from their second Grand Constitution and Bylaws, Hur Kalya, from from their 1998 second released on their own Web of Mimicry Records. So that's that. And then some Sun City Girls, and we'll go from there. More Finders Keepers stuff. Buy their records. They were hit hard with the riots in London. Lost 90% of their stock, of their physical stock. It was in a distribution warehouse, and they're trying desperately to replenish all that, because all of it is limited edition. You know, great vinyl, well thought out information that comes with the vinyl releases and all that, and it's all gone. So, all right. Again, Morricone Youth, East Village Radio. All right, that was the end theme to Werewolves on Wheels. Don Gear from Werewolves on Wheels, which was, I think, only released on Betamax, maybe VHS. But I believe Finders Keepers is helping that get a proper DVD release. They screened that at Spectacle Theater a couple of months back, I think in June. 71 American biker outlaw film / horror movie. A fun one. And before that, Sun City Girls from their 1994 release, Piazza, Devourer of Men. The track was Hatchling, Folklore of the Nest. And prolific, originally from Arizona band. I don't know if they're still Zonies. But Sir Richard Bishop, of course, came from that. He'll be here this week, I think, opening for the Swans at Music Hall Williamsburg. And the band, after 25 years of recording a vast back catalog, played their last show a few years back, I think 2007, after the drummer Charles Goetcher had died of cancer. The Alan and Richard Bishop brothers, the Bishop brothers, Alan and Richard, did a final set of shows, one here at the Knitting Factory, the old Knitting Factory downtown, and has now put that band to bed. But anyways, Piazza Devourer of Men from 94 is either a soundtrack that never came out, or it's one of those kind of imaginary soundtracks, or a soundtrack for an imaginary film kind of thing. I've read both, but I can't find any information as to the existence of the actual film, regardless of the fact whether it was properly released or not. So we'll leave it at that, and started off with, two R.D. Berman-related tracks. I kind of said it backwards, I think. We heard Title Music, their version of Title Music, Secret Chiefs 3, from their second album, Second Grand Constitution and Bylaws, Herculia, something like that. And that, of course, is the main theme and the opener to Shalimar, made famous, soundtracks famous for the 1-2 Cha-Cha-Cha song. And then also we heard the original R.D. Berman song from Shalimar, Mira Payar Shalimar, which I think we may have played in reverse order last week. The original of Mira Pyar Shalimar, the Secret Chiefs version of Mira Pyar Shalimar, and then the Secret Chiefs version of Title Music. Does that make any sense? Which they call Blaze of... Is it The Blade of Glory, or I don't know, that's a movie. Alright, whatever, I'll move along. But anyways, we played some variations of R.D. Berman Shalimar. Alright, so next up, we're going to hear 2 variations of Stanley Meyer's Sitting Target. Again, Finders Keepers. This is the main theme, which surprisingly I've never played. I played variations of it, or the end theme. This is from 72, British film, directed by Douglas Hickox, and London film, kind of well known there. Crime thriller starring Oliver Reed as a convicted murderer, and Ian McShane. And they're 2 convicts who break out of jail and realize that Oliver Reed realizes that his wife has been cheating on him and all kinds of stuff. So there's sort of a heist and a revenge thing going on there. This was screened last month at Spectacle Theater. Can't stop plugging the place. For a Finders Keepers double feature night. So we're going to hear that, and then after that, an album called All Killer that came out on Finders Keepers in 2009 by original San Diego-based, now LA-based DJ, The Gaslamp Killer, which mixes 3 tracks on the Finders Keepers label, one of which is Sitting Target main theme, and also Solitaire from that film, and then a track from Omega, a release, which was a Hungarian psych band unearthed by Finders Keepers a year or so ago, and then Seville and Isla, the track Babek, which is part of the traditional British folk music that compilation they put out. It's sort of the music that inspired the real life Wicker Man, or the real life music that inspired the music to Wicker Man, the original one from the 70s, not the cheesy remake. So we'll start with that. So we got first Sitting Target, the original, and then we're going to hear a variation that is a mix put together by LA, San Diego DJ Gaslamp Killer. Again, you're listening to East Village Radio on your eastvillageradio.com dial, also known as your computer. And the show is Morricone Youth. Devin 11's here every week playing the soundtrack hits.
Cámbialo, 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 cámbialo. Ya eso, 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 ya eso. Lo hice, lo hice, lo hice, lo hice. Siente, 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 siente. Puede, 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 puede. Eso es, eso es, eso es, eso es. Una bala. Siente, siente. Dispara, 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 dispara.
Elmalıktan çıktım yayan, dayan hey dizlerim dayan. Emmim attı dayım yayan, bebek beni deleyledi, yaktı yıktı küleyledi oy.
That's my cue. I'm back. Does it get any better than that? I don't think so. So that was Kathmandu, Piero Piccioni. Yet another prolific Italian composer. And that's from the great release on Easy Tempo, God Under the Skin, or El Dia Sota La Pele. Directed by Carlo Alberto Pinelli and Fulcio Calici, something like that. Co-directed, I guess. And it's a documentary from 1974. And that's something released maybe 10 years ago on the Easy Tempo label, and it's one of their better releases. Keep forgetting to play it, so there'll be more of that in upcoming weeks. And then, as mentioned before, there's the two Sitting Target related tracks. First was the main theme, and then was the Gaslamp Killer remix of three different Finders Keepers releases, I guess, notably Sitting Target, which was their fourth release for the label, first time that was ever properly released, and then some other things, the Hungarian Psych, which their 17th release, and their 20th release, which is the British folk songs that made up the inspiration for the soundtrack to Wicker Man. So I don't know, it looks like got 15 minutes left. CC is here, back in town in action, and so stick around for that. We got after this, we got I'll just quickly run down Michel Legrand. It's his 80th birthday early next year, so a bunch of releases expected, and there's a reworking by the Moscow Virtuosi Orchestra, their version of his Le Mans theme, Steve McQueen film from '71. And then we'll hear Bernard Herrmann's Outer Space Suite. Signals is the track, which is like some stock music he did that eventually ended up, I think, in Twilight Zone. And then Francois de Robet's Adieu l'ami from 1968, the title track Farewell Friend, French-Italian film directed by Jean Herman, and starring Alain Delon and Charles Bronson and Bridget Fossey, etc. So that's a 7-inch from 68. And then Delia Derbyshire's KPM record Electrosonic from 72, The Wizard's Laboratory, of course, the late great BBC staff writer and electronic music pioneer, known for Doctor Who. And then we'll end with some trailer music from created by Morricone Youth for Eraserhead, the screening this week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. at Spectacle Theater on South 3rd and Bedford in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. 8 p.m. sharp, 5 Clams, live electronic improvised score. Again, 124 South 3rd, near the Bedford corner. All right, so that's it again. Thanks for listening. Morricone Youth, Devin Levens.
Thank